Sushi chef.
Sushi chef on the seashore with the
This
she
is why his
shells.
edit takes so long, because there's like 5 minutes of this.
He likes to use it for the intro.
doesn't.
No?
I'm sure he would prefer that we just get to it.
Okay.
Sugar, honey, iced tea. These bitches don't like me. These bitches won't fight me. And doing shit just to spite me. I see them talking on the IG. Think you jealous, maybe high key. I got the juice, I got the high C. Do I care? Unlike me.
Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to Caffeine Not Included. We've got another great episode for you today. If you were enjoying that fire jam.
Princess Nokia, Sugar Honey Iced Tea. Hard to remember. It's a lot. It's a long title.
It's the longest song title I've ever heard in my life.
That's good though.
Yeah, it's got a good beat to it.
Yep, so you can find that. And all the songs from season 1 are up on our Patreon. So you guys will be able to enjoy that playlist if you're looking back going, oh, there was a song I heard on one of those episodes and I don't remember what song it was. Now you don't have to watch every single episode. If you join our Patreon, you can go ahead and that playlist is up there.
Yeah, go be a patron.
Yeah. So let's get into our stories, should we?
Yeah,
Shall
let's
we?
do it.
All right, back with the aliens. We can't leave the story alone.
Okay, first of all, the Navy has come out and has said that the footage of UFOs is real.
Yeah, so we reported, a couple months ago about the footage. The Navy pilots were like, yeah, this is what happened. But then they hadn't really said whether or not they just said it happened. Now the Navy's given us a little more. They said not only did it happen, this footage is authentic.
Does it freak you out a little bit? Are you like, oh no, I think we're getting closer to is it real?
I'm just excited. I think this is going to be really fun, you know?
Because aliens are going to show up to your house and probe you.
I don't know. It's just been going on a while, and Brad Pitt's got a space movie coming out. There's a lot of good space movies, so I feel like whatever we learn, the movies are going to get even more interesting.
Yeah, because we're going to get closer to aliens and we can make our movies more realistic.
Yeah, so if you have been one of those people that's been waiting in the shadows going, this isn't real, well, if you believe what the Navy says, they said, yeah, it's real. And surprisingly, with all the other horrible shit going on in the world, nobody really cares that they made this announcement.
They said it exactly like that too. They were just like, yeah, they're real.
Yep, so that's
We're
what's
like,
going on.
Okay, they're not real excited about it. All right, I guess we won't be in it. But speaking of all these aliens and all this alien talk, what about the two Dutch dudes that just straight up tried to raid Area 51? Did anybody tell them that they're like a few days early before the actual raid?
The Dutch are very laid back. They probably they weren't looking at the Apple Watch. They're like, well, we go this, we're going to, yeah. So they flew to America, drove out to the desert, and they got caught. Because you can't go to a military base.
You can't just walk onto a military base. And then they were like, we don't speak English or we can't read either. And
well, yeah, because they got caught.
They got caught.
There's signs literally everywhere, but we don't speak English. They said in Dutch or whatever they speak over there.
Yeah, whatever. And then they found cameras and drones and they got iPhones and they got everything else going on. And they're like, all right, you guys are extremely busted. And
arrested.
And arrested, for sure.
A Dutch YouTuber, we should add.
It was a Dutch YouTuber. Okay. Everyone's trying to storm Area 51 for views. Folks.
And I get it. They were trying to go early, which was actually pretty smart because they would have been
beat the rush. Be like, we beat you guys and we stormed it.
Like, look what we found. Yeah, we found it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So.
Well, it turns out you get arrested and you can either serve a year in jail or you can pay $2,200 and get out. I think
3 days. They got sentenced to a year, but because of the
$2,200, only 3 days. Not a bad trade-off.
I think it was totally worth $2,200.
Yeah, maybe if they would have got in there, got some awesome footage, I don't know.
And they go back to Amsterdam, and they're like, what was it like in America? Not that cool. Like, it wasn't that great. They took all our stuff.
For 3 days.
Okay, because it is the month of our lists, last week was
documentaries.
Yeah, our favorite Netflix documentaries.
Well, I couldn't say sushi.
This week is our favorite Netflix westerns.
Oh yeah, there's some good ones on Netflix. However, Daryl started us off this week for number 1 on our must-see list. Westerns is Hostiles. Now, it does have Christian Bale, which I love Christian Bale because he is the Batman, as well as very other amazing roles he has had.
What did you know about this movie before I told you about it? Anything?
No, I didn't know anything about it. I didn't even know it was on Netflix. So if you like country westerns, I definitely want to check out. But it's extremely dark and heavy and depressing. And I was crying in the bathroom afterwards on the floor after Daryl made me watch this.
It's a downer.
It's a downer, okay? There's no getting around it. But
sometimes you need a movie like that. You come home from a horrible day at work and you're just like, I don't want to feel happy. I don't want a good Tom Hanks movie where everything works out and he lives in the airport. You want dark and depressing and And that's what this movie will deliver.
It's one of those films it's an artsy piece, I feel like.
Spoiler alert, a baby gets shot within the first 2 minutes. If you don't want to see a baby get shot in the first 2 minutes, forward through that part.
Yeah.
But the rest of the movie, I'm not going to tell you what happens.
Start 5 minutes in.
That is literally what happens within the first minute of the film. So that's Hostiles with Christian Bale. Check it out on Netflix.
Next on our list of Westerns is Hell or High Water. This is one of my favorite movies, possibly on Netflix in general. It's an amazing story of two guys who are bank robbers, and they're on the run. And on the flip side of it, you've got these detectives and these cops. One of them is played by Jeff Bridges, who's amazing, and it's his journey of hunting them down and catching these bank robbers.
Yep, and it's lots of cowboy boots and lots of hats and lots of shooting, and it's sort of a modern day Western. And here's the most important part. Chris Pine.
Yes.
This is the guy that you've seen in all kinds of romantic, sexy movies. He's like the heartthrob. Not this time. He is a badass bank robber, and great performances all the way through, and it's a lot more shooting. The last one was a little more dark and sad. This one is definitely an action movie.
Yeah, more of an action movie, and it's just a good film to watch. You guys should check it out. Let us know what you think.
Okay, so that's two Westerns for you. To recap what's happened. Hostiles, dark. Hell or High Water, action. And then Quentin Tarantino's The Hateful Eight is our third pick.
And it's gore.
It is gore. That is our third pick for our Westerns this week. We looked, by the way, at all the Westerns on Netflix, and mostly besides these three, it's a lot of trash. Like, there's nothing to watch.
Not that good.
But these are the best three. Now we get into Quentin Tarantino. Here we go.
Typical Quentin Tarantino.
You liked it a lot more than I liked.
I like the movie. It's extremely long, guys. Buckle in for 3 hours of craziness. It's kind of slow in the beginning.
Yeah.
Basically, all these guys get locked in the cabin together during a winter storm, and all hell breaks loose.
Because they're all like bandits and crazy people and roughnecks and
and guys are in there with people that they hate or have history with, and then it's just it's all a bloodbath in the end. But typical the Quentin Tarantino. It is so gory, like bloody and stuff going everywhere, that it's almost like cartoonish. Like it's just like it's not real, because no one just has buckets of blood flying on the walls and just and craziness and like surviving for like days and again. Just that part of it's not real. But I think it's a good movie. It's jam packed with great actors.
Here's why I didn't like it. Quentin Tarantino loves to talk. Everybody in his movies never shuts up. They talk the entire time. I've never met Christian Bale in Hostiles said like 5 words the whole movie. Literally, he didn't talk at all. That's what a Western's supposed to be. They're just supposed to look at you and squint. And in Quentin Tarantino's movie, everybody's just chatting it up the entire 3 hours. Then it gets to halfway through the movie, and like he said, it's like they're smashing watermelons. There's that much blood. There's just blood everywhere. And I was like, okay, I get it. He's made a lot of great movies. This isn't one of my favorite Quentin Tarantino movies, but it is a good Western.
It's one of the better Westerns on Netflix. Let's give it that.
That's all I'll give it. So that's our 3 picks, okay? You might be looking past us, I don't know which camera, and saying, that looks a lot like Bruce Springsteen in that mirror.
It is Bruce.
That's the boss right there. Why is he there? Because we have another review that you're not going to get to see, because it's only for our Patreon customers.
Yes, so go subscribe to our Patreon. It's just patreon.com/caffeine not included. And you guys will get
here? We'll be here.
Reviews.
Somewhere. Look at the screen, wherever he puts it.
Blocking Daryl's face.
And if you were to subscribe, you'll be able to hear the next review for Blinded by the Light. It's a Bruce Springsteen-esque movie that's in theaters now.
It's based off a true story.
We're going to do a review for that now that you're not going to get to see. So thanks for watching.